YouTube, what's good, man? It's your man, still a bit Scotty, bearded monk. Back at it again, rendezvousing with these curbs. Some audio slaps across your lips, man. Hope you lot are doing good. Hope you lot are staying strong. Running from temptation like we spoke about. I've got a topic for you today I want to talk to you about in this morning, man. Or this AM, because I ain't morning nothing. I ain't morning no one, should I say. Not right now, anyway. But today I want to talk to you about how abstaining has changed my life in the time I've been practicing it. And what it's done for my life. Very inspirational, motivational video. So I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Other than that, sit back and relax, man. But I'll tell you something, man. This journey, I wouldn't give it up for the world, man. The strength, the connection, these things are priceless, man. Like, priceless. When I say connection, I mean to the Most High. These connections, man. I feel connected constantly. The only time I let any seminal fluid out is when I have like wet dreams and stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I enjoy them motherfuckers, man. Seriously. I enjoy them so much, man. I don't even wake up pissed. I mean, awareness is funny, right? If you're aware of the energy you feel like you lost, you're aware of it, obviously, right? I had one this morning. I had a wet dream. And this is why I don't like going to bed sober, to be honest, man. I don't like going to bed sober, as in I like going to sleep personally high. But if I don't go sleep high, I have to have headphones in my ears to program my brain, man. Because left on a sober mind, let's say, my imagination's too wild, man. I had a wet dream yesterday. Shit was incredible. I can't remember everything, but I'll tell you what I do remember. Funny enough, I can't remember this girl's name on this one. Like I was saying to you before, I remember the other one. But all I do remember is I was at a girl's house, right? I'll keep it PG for YouTube. And because of the energy that I had inside, right, that I've been retaining, I'm on my I'm months in, man, months in. Let's never discuss that. I'm months in and I ain't going backwards either. Anyway, but the energy I had in me, the girl was digging on the waves, man. She could sense the energy. She could feel the magnetism. All I remember is I went to the toilet to go to the toilet, right? Here this pretty bitch comes in. And I remember saying to her, listen, I don't know why you're in here. But I was smiling, as in get out of it. She was like, no, we gotta do this now. I was like, no, we ain't doing nothing right now. I do remember quite vividly, she started smooching on me. I smooched back. For some reason, I grabbed up the arse cheeks. And she slapped my hand away. So I was like, what kind of shit is this you playing at? And she was like, keep your hands above the waist. So I was like, fuck out of it, but whatever. So I was grabbing on some breasts, playing with the breasts. I'm telling you what I can remember, right? Because shit was so clear. Is that contradictory? Anyway. Yeah, we're in the bathroom doing our thing. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I hope no one comes in here. It's going to be a wrap if someone comes up in here. I think this was at a parent's yard as well. Funny thing. So, we're doing that. Right? So I remember we were kissing in the bathroom. I'm feeling up on what I'm feeling up on. So she was like, keep your hands above the waist. So I said, man, whatever. Grabbing some cheeks, grabbing on some legs, whatever, blah, 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 the usual stuff. Then in my mind, right, that's what I'm saying, I know I'm sleeping. This is how crazy this shit is. I know I'm sleeping, but I let the things happen. That's how this shit really works, right? When you get to a certain stage, you will be conscious that you're having a wet dream. Try and wrap your mind around that. I was consciously knowing what I was doing while I'm sleeping, right? So I'm sleeping in my bed and I know this. But I also know whatever reality this is, or whatever parallel, whatever this is, whatever. I know in my brain that sleeping, I don't want no one to come in this bathroom. But in the dream, I'm thinking the same thing, right? So what happened is, me and the girl was doing what we're doing in the bathroom. I can explain it to you better. The vividness of these dreams, man. It's like I can see myself lying on my bed, right? In one eye. However, I can also see what's going on in the dream, right? And it's weird to think where your spirit goes, or your mind or your consciousness goes when you're sleeping, right? Because I'm clear of both things going on at the same time, simultaneously. So anyway, me and her, she's just throwing me up against the bathroom door. Like, she's pushed me up against the bathroom door. I'm trying to walk out the bathroom. So she turned me back, turned me around, pushed me on the bathroom door. And what I remember is, I've got my hand up her t-shirt at this point. But I'm saying to myself, while I'm sleeping, in my conscious mind, please don't attempt to give me no blowjob, man. Like, just don't do that. Because that shit will pop. Pop like some Pringles, man. So what happens, right? You know when the female starts getting on her knees and you know what's going to happen then? I did not want this to happen. Because I knew the minute that shit goes in her mouth, it's a wrap. So what happens then is she starts dropping to her knees. I'm trying to keep it PG for YouTube. Anyway, this ain't for kids anyway, so I can say what I want. Right, so things are happening. She starts getting lower. In my mind, this is where I'm getting nervous, because I'm thinking to myself, and I say in my mind, I mean when I'm sleeping. I know I'm dreaming, but I'm getting nervous now. I don't want to waste no fluid, right? As she's going down to her knees, right? In the dream, my shit's getting stiffer and bigger. But consciously, I'm sleeping. But I'm getting nervous. And I can feel my shit throbbing. So what happened was, she whipped it out, right? Put it straight in her mouth. I think I got about 2 sucks before I just said nope, and I woke up. But as I'm waking up, right? Remember I said my shit was throbbing. I checked my underwear that I was wearing. Boy, there was some liquid there, you know? Got up, got in the shower, cold shower. But I noticed there was some liquid on the tip of my tallywhacker. So I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, man. And then as soon as I noticed, this is what I mean about awareness, right? As soon as I noticed that it weren't a lot that came out, because when I told you it was throbbing, I learned to clench, right? I clenched. So I kind of suppressed a lot of it that came out. So only a tiny bit came out, but only a tiny bit is what it needs. So like I said, I'm aware now that I've done that. And I can feel mentally a little bit drained because of the loss of semen. But what I'm saying is, and the reason I'm telling this story, I'm trying to make a point. It is so much better to have the nocturnal emissions while you're dreaming like that, rather than consciously making that happen, right? Because if you consciously make that happen, there is no way in hell, whether you're jacking yourself off or you're having sex or whatever, right? If you're doing it consciously, that whole thing's gonna go. That whole clip's gonna be empty, right? But where my mind is so concerned on restraining, a little bit came out. So, jumped up, got in a cold shower. I felt a bit, you just feel a bit weaker, right? But it's not like real weak, like when you really bust a nut. It's just a little bit comes out. But like I said, awareness is awareness. Once you're aware, it changes everything. So I felt it in my brain, right? And I felt it in my body a little bit. But I was smiling because I enjoy them wet dreams, man. This is why I don't go to sleep sober, so I can avoid them. And when I'm sober, and when I'm high, I have my headphones in, or I have little affirmations in my head, right? So what the affirmations will do for you, is helpful when you're going on this journey, because like I said, the first time I had a wet dream, it was 33 days in, when I was really new to this. But what the headphones or the affirmations will do is subconsciously, it will protect you, because your mind's being programmed anyway while you're sleeping. Because when you fall asleep consciously, your subconscious mind takes over, right? So you're protected. So you wake up when you wake up, and you feel different because your mind's being programmed while you're sleeping. Depending on what affirmations you're listening to. So this is what I'm saying to you fellas. When you fall asleep, don't fall asleep just naked like that. Have some sort of affirmations from your phone playing out loud, so your subconscious mind picks up on that. And if your subconscious mind picks up on that, right, affirmations, what I'm trying to say is, your conscious mind is shut down long time, and your subconscious mind takes over. So what happens then is, you won't have no wet dreams or any of them kind of dreams or any kind of thoughts, because your subconscious mind's occupied with the affirmations, because your subconscious mind's absorbing everything that's in its surroundings as far as audio is concerned, right? That's why you got to be careful what you sleep to or fall asleep to. But that was this morning. But I still feel strong because it weren't a real release. But what I'm saying is, a wet dream is good. Because like I was saying to you the other day, right? It's like a kettle. Once the kettle's fully boiled and it's full up, right? Once the kettle's fully boiled and it's full up, it's that excess steam that comes out of the kettle, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. The excess steam, especially if you've got a kettle that whistles. Or a normal kettle. Once that kettle's fully boiled, fully full up, it's gonna have the extra little steam coming out of it. Because it has to go somewhere. It's pressure, right? And what I'm saying is, I'm months into this. So if I see anything, and I mean anything, if the wind blows, my shit gets fucking stiff, man. And this is what I like, right? And this will happen to you as well, fellas. You'll be so sensitive down there, the thought of anything will get you excited. And I mean, I'll be sitting in my house sometimes, watching TV or playing on my phone, because I like them little apps on my phone, right? Little games and stuff like that. I'll think about something, and my shit will get stiff for like 20 fucking minutes. And I'll be sitting there with a hard ass meat, right? But it's beautiful, it's perfect. It's natural. That shows you have no erectile dysfunction. Everything's working properly down there. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, take your mind back to the times, right? Before you started having sex often and beating your meat and stuff like that. If you ever did some stuff like that, right? You wake up all the time with a stiff one. Like, all the time. And that's what happens when you retain, right? And abstain. Your body returns back to normal. Slowly but slowly. It returns back to normal. So I could literally think of a girl that I will think I'm excited about. And then just like that, and it will be good, strong, veiny, looking scary, looking intimidating. Like, I've literally been in dreams, right? Just like the one I had earlier today, where a girl's pulled my stuff out of my shorts or whatever, my trousers that I was wearing, and said, whoa, right? That's the kind of responses I've gotten in my dreams. What's happening? You right, brother? Good, man. Right? That's the kind of response I've had in my dreams, where the girls said it looks intimidating because the veins are throbbing, the vein is thick, the meat's strong, it's hard. That is the kind of response you want from a female, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you pull your shit out and it just intimidates her. But you know, girls, when it comes to a big piece of meat, they're not intimidated. They might think they are, but they like jump on that anyway, man. They're excited to do that. Keeping it PG. But back to my original point. How this whole practice, this whole journey is, it reverses everything, man. Like, you begin to age backwards. I don't mean chronologically. And when I say chronologically, I mean like age-wise, number-wise. Obviously, time goes forward, and you're aging forward, but physically, you're getting younger every damn day. I've noticed my hair grows faster. I shave or trim my beard. My beard comes back within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's back. Right? My hairline is just like, you get hairier, man. So if you're going through something where you're losing hair or going bald, you gotta start retaining, man, because it will reverse all that shit. Reverse all of it. But you gotta learn the rules to the game. This is why I make these videos for you. You gotta learn the rules to the game, man. Retention. You have to have the Most High in your corner. You can't do it without that. Because the Most High will give you strength to push you forward and motivate you. Plus, you gotta do some sort of physical workout or transmutation of some sort, right? And what was I gonna say? So I said the Most High, transmute the energy. Oh shit, it slipped my brain. It will come back to me anyway. But it reverses the effects of the damage we've done with all this sex and stuff, you know? Your brain will get sharper, your memory becomes clearer. You think about something and you remember kind of instantly. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cold showers. The Most High, transmute the energy, and cold showers. Listen, you need to be in that cold water. Too much times I've had a stiff piece of meat and I've had to get in the cold water to calm that shit down. This shit's aggressive, man. It's aggressive. This shit can't be done without them 3 things. If there's any more, I'll make a video about it. But them 3 things are a must. It's just protection that you need. I wouldn't tell you no BS, fellas. Like I said, it's time we started winning for real, and this is the way you do it. I keep saying this. Doing it long enough, 6 months to a year, that's the difference between homelessness and a penthouse or a place that you really want to live in. That's the difference between getting on the bus, walking, and getting yourself a little something to swerve in. Like, there's nothing outside of the Most High that makes life good. And I mean nothing, man. You go back to your childish, not childish, I don't mean childish, but that kid-like energy, you know? Little kids can sense it because they can see the spiritual side of you. They can see the aura. Animals can see it, so they walk up to you. Cats and dogs will want to be barking at you or meowing at you, you know? It's just energy. Babies will sense it. Animals will sense it. Men will respect it. Because a man who doesn't indulge in sexual activities a lot, he can sense another man that's doing the same thing. And it becomes respect. So you go to work and they'll put respect on your name, man. They won't play with you, you know. You have the one odd dickhead, obviously, that's everywhere. But the one odd dickhead, I don't mean it will challenge you in any way. It will just say slight shit. But you have to be careful. Because in this world we live in right now, right, most men can't go like 1 day to a week without touching themselves or laying down with someone, and then your energy comes around and it's intimidating to them. So you've got to be careful, right? Because people will try and play you out of your position, and you got to stay strong on your toes, man. The 2 legs you have, you got to stand on them properly. Like, I can't tell you how much times I've been to work, right? And the dudes that's always busting nuts, eating swine, having no connection to the Most High, they be the ones that are intimidating the most. And they make little sly comments. But they ain't trying to feel these hands. No way. Because they can feel the power. It's like Dragon Ball Z, right? You know how all the Z fighters can sense another man's energy? That's what it's like. They can sense it. Some will respect it. Some will be hating on it. But who cares? They won't challenge you, I promise you that. It's like a kitten trying to come out of a cheetah or a lion. And that kitten knows it ain't got no chance, energy-wise. The whole point of this video I made was how it's affecting my life and changing my life for the better. And I promise you, give it time, it will do the exact same thing for you. That's a promise. That's why I leave my comments turned on, because I want you guys to do this and put in the comments how it is changing you for the better. Like me personally, I sleep maybe 2-3 hours and I'm good. And the times I'm awake, I'm either doing press-ups, I'm eating, studying something to better myself, or I'm making money, man. But the energy is crazy, you know? You have energy for days, man. That's a promise. Leave in a comment how many days you've done, man. Or weeks or months. If you've gone 24 hours, yo, well done. Celibate Monk's proud of you, man. I really am, because it ain't easy. The hardest thing for a man to do in his life is control his willy. I promise you. But once you start to do that, life opens up for you, man. But it doesn't matter what age you are, it's never too late to start. I make these videos for the young guys and the guys that are older in age and more experienced in life. I promise you, you're not, man. Just, it's not really hard. It's difficult, but it's not hard. But you have to understand, what do you really want? You can't be around females and think you can practice this. It's not going to work. Females will always be a temptress. She always will be. That is her design by the Most High. But you have to understand what her role is. Her role as a temptress, as the female, is to see how strong you are as a man. The female will always be the female. But are you going to be the man? When she comes at you to do something, are you going to tell her to back up And remember what you're doing. Remember what you're doing this for. Every man's got a motive he's trying to reach, right? But you cannot be busting nuts all the time, Les. Life will just go round in circles for you, right? There's a book by Napoleon Hill, right? It's called Outwitting the Devil. And in that book, he's got a chapter, right? And in one of the chapters, he says you'll be stuck in a hypnotic rhythm. But what the hypnotic rhythm is if basically you're hypnotized by the rhythm of your life. So if you're constantly busting nuts, laying down with girls, playing with your meat, you'll be stuck in that frequency until you break that cycle, and you'll be hypnotized by that frequency. That is real talk. Whatever frequency you're on, you'll be stuck on that. You'll get addicted to that. Or you can break that cycle. I promise you, man. Whatever place you're in, especially in London, you ain't missing out on nothing as far as females, man. But you are missing out on some paper. Proverbs 31. Don't give your vigor away to females, man, who destroy kings. I'll tell you something as well before I go, right? What I've noticed along this journey, as far as retention is going, I'm always thinking of ways to make some money. I'm always thinking of business ideas, content ideas. Like, you become so much more creative. So much more creative, man. But it's a beautiful thing. You'll return back to an innocent energy. Like I said earlier in the video, you'll return back to a childlike state, innocent state. And the Most High will look down on you with a smile and show you some favor. As long as you're doing your part, He'll do His part. And what's His part? Providing for you every day. The Most High said, right? I provide for the birds in the sky every day. And what that means is, the birds will always have food, or they will always be able to fly down and drink some water off the ground somehow, some way. And what He said is, are you not more important than the birds in the sky? So that means I'll provide for you every day as well. Just follow my commandments and my statutes, you know. One day, if you want me to make a video on the laws, there's 613, so I don't think I can do all that. But I can break down stuff as far as Torah goes. If that's what video you want, leave it in the comment box, man. But like I said, comment in the video, in the comment box, how far you are on your journey. Alright? And I hope my videos give you strength, man. If they do, subscribe, man. I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers within the next couple months. You know? My first 100 subscribers, that'll be great for me. But I do appreciate the people that's on my channel riding with me anyway, you know? Fellas, stay strong. Know what you want. Know how to go and get it. That's what these videos are for. It's motivation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. But this is the only way you can live your life, fellas, and get everything you want from life. A female was designed to be your helpmeet, your incubator, your amplifier, but also your downfall if you're not careful. Alright? Oh. Celibate monk, I'm gone. Stay strong, lads. Peace.